Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make jjajangmyeon, which is a popular Korean dish. First thing you want to do is take a whole onion. You basically just want to cut it up into, I guess, like slices. So go ahead and do that first. Usually when I cut these, it doesn't, we don't want to mince it. Just want to make them into like chunks. So normally I'm going to cut them this way, and then so one line that way, and then just cut it the other way too. And you might even want to cut them. See how these pieces are kind of long? You might even want to cut them this way too a little bit. And the next thing you want to do is take about a cup of potato and cut this into cubes. I'm actually going to use a little bit more. This isn't quite enough, but you know, just to show you what you need to do. So what I'm going to do is cut it into these little cubes like this. Well, not cubes, but I guess circles. Okay, and then what I do is going to cut this into smaller pieces. Something like that. So same thing with like the onion, and then you can cut them again this way. There you go. So now you've got nice little cubes. Okay, the next thing you want to do is get your pork. You want half a pound of pork. So I'm going to use, you can also use samgyeopsal, which is pork belly, which tastes better, but I don't know if you've seen my videos, I'm kind of trying to be healthier, so I'm just using straight up pork, like pork cubes. And then all you want to do is just cut these cubes into smaller cubes. Just so basically you want to do that so it cooks faster. So half a pound of pork cubes. Okay, and the next thing you want to do is just take 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Okay, so I'll put that. I'll make a nice mess. Okay. So 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and then go ahead and, normally what I like to do actually is I don't like to dilute the actual cornstarch out too much. So what I'll do is put minimal water in there. So I don't know how much water, that was probably about a tablespoon, maybe and a half. Okay, so what you want to do is go ahead and stir it together, make sure it's all mixed so there's no chunks. And what you're gonna do with this later is this is gonna thicken the sauce. So that's kind of why I don't like putting more water into it, because you're kind of counteracting what it's supposed to do by putting more water in it. All right, so make sure it's all diluted. Looks kind of like liquidy, like milk, I guess. And then go to the next step. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is go ahead and, see over there, get a pot of water going, put on high, and then at the same time you also want to get your wok going, because we're gonna start cooking the meat. So here we go. Okay. Cook the pork. We're gonna kind of, I guess, half cook it for now. What we're gonna do is do this for a couple minutes, probably maybe not even a couple minutes. Here's my onions and potatoes. You're going to want to cook this for a couple minutes. You want to try and cook the onions. The potatoes, yeah, you're going to cook them, but we're going to basically make them soft for later. And then make sure that the pork is cooked. Alright, this is what the pork and the onions and potatoes should look like. this is pretty much good. So we're gonna go to the next step now. All right, now for the good stuff. So get a 1/4 cup of your jjajang, the paste. So this is the brand I use, just so you can see it. Make sure it's fermented black bean paste, not like Lee Kum Kee black bean sauce. Oh, that's gonna be totally different. That's gonna be way too salty. So go ahead and take your 1/4 cup and throw it in there. And then what you're gonna wanna do is, if we can get it all out of here. So go ahead and stir it around in there. And what you're gonna also wanna do is get 2 cups of water and throw that in here as well. But let's get it stirred around a little bit first. So you wanna, the wok was on high before, turn it down to medium. Okay, so now we got it. There we go, that's better. So turn the wok down to medium. We've got the paste pretty much mixed in here. And then let's go get the 2 cups of water. So here's 1, 2. And of course this is going to look all watery and gross, but the point is basically this is it's going to come to like a boil kind of, or I guess like a simmer, and that's going to be your thick paste that you're used to seeing. So the last thing you want to do is remember the 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Go ahead and put this in. And what this is going to do is this is going to make it thick like you're used to, like, you know, you're used to seeing it when you get at a restaurant or whatever. So let's stir that in. And this is going to sit for a while. It's going to be about 10 minutes. That's when it'll start to thicken up. And that's, since it's all liquidy right now, that's also what's going to make the potatoes soft. So we can just mix this in here a little bit. Alright, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put a lid over this so it can cook faster. Alright, so here's the lid. It doesn't quite fit, but it's good enough. Okay, so now for the noodles. So these are the noodles that I use. Oh. There you go, can you see that? Okay, so what you want to do is take two rolls, I guess, out of there. And go ahead and put them in. They cook for, I think about 5 minutes. You can basically just look and see, you know, how long to do them. They cook, yeah, they cook pretty fast, so. Alright, so turn this up to high heat. And then go ahead and stir them up. About 5 minutes and these should be done. And then we're almost done with it. So next step after this. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes. So you see how the noodles are they're kind of fluffier looking. So that's when you kind of know they're ready. You can taste them too. So I just tasted one that was fine. I'm going to go dump this out real quick. Now we're right back. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. I'm not going to lie. I took this off a couple of times to stir it. So you might want to do that too. Just make sure everything's evenly, you know, distributed and everything. So it's on low now. You see how the sauce is real thick now, just like you're normally used to seeing it. So that's good. And then basically all you have to do now is just put the noodles in and stir it together. So here's the noodles. I'm gonna put those right in here. And we're gonna stir it together. And I'm gonna chop the noodles up with the spatula here. All right. Stir it together. Yeah, there you go. Now this is looking like Jjajangmyeon. Eat off. There you go. That's how you make Jjajangmyeon. So, hope this tutorial helped you, and happy eating.